And hello, everybody. I didn't think about where the camera was at right now. We're gonna go. Yeah, we are gonna be down here for this. Anyway, welcome. We are the Hard Knock Dice. As actually it does still say below me. It is still there. Specifically with our Ghost of Saltmarsh champagne. These lovely fellows. They're not around me, but they're to my left right now. Are our adventurers, your rapscallions, your murderer hobos, whatever your preferred descriptor of adventuring parties may be, that's them. We're gonna be continuing on with the champagne tonight, as per usual, as I repair people's cameras. This is a pretty normal occurrence at this juncture, I feel like. But before we do, of course, brief announcements as per usual, as Kent holds out the big thumbs up. We are still doing raising money for the International Medical Corps, who are doing things to help people on the mental and physical health fronts over in Ukraine at this time. So it's a good cause. I encourage you to click on that link and do what you can. Aside from that, we're now reaching relevant time frames for me to be mentioning this. We will not be here, not next Monday, but the following Monday. We'll be absent for the Gosm, as yeah, I don't owe explanations to anybody. Fuck
so
you.
if we're gonna TPK, it's a pretty good time to do it now, huh?
This week or next week, yeah. One of the two, whatever your choice. I mean, we could leave it on a cliffhanger.
Whatever your choice. No, thank you.
That's not how that works. You can still choose, even if you're like, I don't want to die. Your decisions you make in game are the ones that determine your life or death. Somebody make a noise. But yeah, so that's that. Keep that in mind. Not this next Monday, but the next Monday, the 10th, October the 10th, we will not be here. Yeah. I'm not telling anybody anything. I am beholden to myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany. But anywho, unless anybody else has anything else to add. Yes, no, maybe so. 100. All right. You will hold your peace forever, as the saying goes. But last week on the Gaza, our party continued on inside of the Doctor's lair, his laboratory, as they moved around a smidge. Julian waiting on Gloob to get down to him so that they could peek in a little bit, seeing some of the aberrations, some of the monstrosities. The mutants still have never settled on a descriptor for them as a general whole. Seeing that there were a couple of those within the Doctor's lab itself, which you can see right here. This has all kinds of fun stuff in it. There were a couple of them in there. And so Gloob decided he was going to go invisible and go in. Unfortunately, right around that time was when two much less heavily modified individuals fired at Julian, or actually fired directly at Julian's Shadow Beast, injuring it a bit, and combat began. Going back and forth with these Proto-Julians, as I like to call them because it sounds cool. Our two members up above who had been busy securing weaponry off of the captured pirates came rushing towards the top of the ramp, which you can see I now have added into the map, and it's really fucking big. But they ran into two more of the Proto-Julians up at the top, going to stop them from coming down to assist their friends. So they engaged battle with them up there, and Gloob and Julian engaged in battle with the two down here, which were then reinforced by one of the pufferfish monsters represented by this troll mini, and the tentacly eel monster that is represented by this, oh gosh, I'm blanking on what those monsters are called. But they also have many appendages, and they grab you and pull you and stuff, so it's fun. The two Proto-Julians down below dealt with relatively quickly. The two up top, one has been dealt with, the other still standing, having dealt some pretty decent damage to Jacob over the course of their turns while alive. Is just the pufferfish at this moment still stood below. There's, I believe, right near the end of the session last time, there's some contention on what the course of action is. Julian maybe floating the idea that they might have to run, but Gloob seeming pretty dead set on like, no, we're so close, we're going to do this. And Jakobin, Bart being totally unaware that this is being discussed because they're at the top of a giant fucking ramp. So that's where we're going to hop back in. We're going to hop back in at the top of our initiative order, which I do believe is Julian, sir, at the top.
Who's on the initiative order? So I was completely unprepared for that.
Yeah, who's on deck after?
Bart is on deck.
Okay. Also, another quick question
Yes,
before we get too deep into things. How many experiments would you say have been lost in this dungeon due to people letting go of their like experiment gurneys at the top of this ramp?
As stated before this game started, the ramp is not this steep. This is what I had easily available to me when the ramps honestly were part of the reason I wanted to keep everything separate. It was because it made it was like, I don't have to worry about the ramps. Well, then I had to worry about the ramps. So, you know what?
Spire ramps.
Mind your
Make,
business,
like, the zigzag
Bart.
ramp.
Anyway, Mr. Julian, Mr. Orosi, what would you like to do? You have a couple of dead individuals at your feet. You have one pufferfish right behind you that Gloob is currently stood between you and. What are you doing?
How did the tentacle one die again? If you would refresh me real quick.
Y'all shot it. You shot it a few times, and then
Yeah, I remember lighting it up. I think Gloob
stabbed
killed it,
the
but I
fuck
can't
out of
remember how. Oh, and then he ran back to the
and then he
position
ran
that
back to where he was
Alright.
previously. I
And
believe
Mr. McClubberson is the quill or the armored?
the pufferfish quill.
Quill, okay. Yeah, something ran or tried running back in there, but I think that was
You
the
killed it.
less
It was
mutated.
one
That was
of the
proto
PJs.
Julian.
Yeah, one of the PJs moved in there, and you had finished him off with, after having used your last 3rd level slot to cast a hex on him. So that is, you still have that 3rd level hex running, and that was part of how last session ended.
Yeah, I have it. I got my spell slots marked with what's active. I just couldn't remember the very last. The last little bit was a
Right.
bit of a blur. All right.
Actually, roll me a quick perception check, if you don't mind.
That's intimidating.
It had occurred to me between last session and this one that there's been combat's not quiet, and there's been yelling and stuff going on. So.
Yeah.
But also, it's only been a few
Could-
rounds of combat, so I figure it's time.
Could be worse. 14.
Okay.
Yeah, and I hadn't marked the quill with anything, right?
No.
I'd
not as
used
of
that
yet.
to kill the.
Yeah, you used it to kill the last PJ, and then it hadn't. I don't believe you had put it. I think you had moved it to the eel, and then the eel died, so it is currently not on anything.
Gotcha. What's my hit points at? Okay.
And Gloob's on the ceiling, correct?
No.
It is now on the floor.
Oh.
He dropped back
Okay.
down. Going to move here. Hex with my bonus action.
Okay.
Out. Boom! Get away from it! And then hold my action to. Oh, wait,
I am using my 6 words to yell, just kill it.
just do it.
He said, yeah, Nike switch.
All right. Fuck!
Understandable.
And then, I guess dropping 2 arrows in it.
Through the
I'm thinking that is
window.
an incredibly bad idea.
All right, roll those attacks for me.
A 17 and a 21.
17 misses, 21 hits.
I assume you needed.
And yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
You got this. You're a rogue.
I should.
Don't botch
You
it.
can make dexterity.
Don't botch it.
You can make dexterity saving throws with your shoes tied.
Pretty good. 21.
21. Okay, you make it, and due to evasion, you do not take any damage from the effect. Being able to slip to the sides and get away from the quills as it gets hit with that second arrow, and instinctively they go everywhere. Yeah, you just fucking drop to the floor for a second. They get bouncing off the walls and everything everywhere, scouring into the concrete, kind of giving a bit of an idea of how much force these things are being launched with.
A
Rogues.
20 even on damage.
20 even. Very nice.
Hell
Owie
yeah, dude.
wowie.
Owie wowie. Oh my.
Alright.
I like second guessed myself. I was about to be like, hold up, and I had to count my dice again, make sure that was the correct. No, okay, here we go.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Alright, is that going to be it for your turn, Mr. Julian?
That was movement, bonus, and attack. I got some movement left, but I ain't got nowhere to go, so.
Alright, that is then going to bring us to the top of our ramp, to Mr. Bartholomew.
How fucked up is this guy looking?
Not at all.
Not at all.
He has not taken any damage.
Buckled.
You guys
Barry.
had focus fired down his buddy, but hadn't hit him yet.
Right, because they had an ability to where they could like use their reaction or something to grant
To help
you
kind of like
disadvantage. So,
protect each
yeah,
other.
Yeah. Okay.
And they seem to be assisting each other when attacking targets. So.
Sure, shit ain't doing it anymore.
No.
Yeah. And yeah, I have them do a wisdom saving throw. They're gonna fail one day, I'm sure.
One day.
One day.
These guys' wisdom is not terrible. It's just not super duper great either. Wait, no, actually, these guys are actually pretty decent. It's the
God
the
damn it.
experiments, the experiments that are not that great. These guys are pretty okay. They're not like they're not over here with like a +9 to wisdom saves or anything, but they're decent.
All right.
But rolling low enough with only a 13 total will fail.
Takes 19 necrotic.
Jesus Christ. That's without missing any HP. A cantrip did as much as a hex buffed
Oh fuck!
Julian
He hadn't
arrow.
taken. No, that's wrong. I forgot. He hadn't taken any damage.
Oh, no, yeah, no, he was full health.
Okay.
He's gonna do more damage with D8s.
Yeah. That's a 7 and an 8.
So
15 plus 5 is
20. You did the same damage as a hexed buff Julian arrow with a cantrip.
Yay! 20 wisdom.
Sweet Jesus. Okay. Alright, is that gonna be it for your turn?
I don't want to leave my homie hanging. I will shimmy behind this guy to the square behind him, so he's not thinking about moving, trying to run past me that direction.
Sure. Is that be it for your turn?
Yep, that's it for now.
Alright, ending Bart's turn, that's gonna bring us to Jakob. Gloob, you're on deck.
All right. So, first thing, I forgot I had a concentration spell going.
That's true. I think the only
So-
hit that would have put you in danger of dropping it would have been the crit, which I think did 30-something damage, all told.
Okay.
So just roll a single con save DC 15. We'll say would have been to keep that.
So I wasn't sure the amount of damage that I had taken and how many concentration checks I had to do, so I rolled 5 times. I'll
Okay.
take the first one, if that's okay.
Sure.
The first one was 14 plus 7.
Yeah.
Because
So
that's
yeah,
plus con, right?
It's
Nice.
it's your concentrate. Yeah, your con save is your con check. Odds are very good. The others would have been DC 10 for you to make. Very hard for you to fail. So that would be the only one you have any realistic chances of failing. So we'll just keep
Every
it simple.
single one of the other ones passed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will
If
make
everything
that.
beat 10s, you're fine. 10 or higher, you're
Okay.
Gucci.
Then I will Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
This guy.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
19.
19 does just hit.
Nice, nice. That's so fucking good.
26 points of damage.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
hell
not
yeah.
feeling great after literally a single cantrip and one attack.
You said it just barely hits with the
It just
19?
hit, yeah.
Okay.
Like
the
you've seen,
next
like not
attack's
only
gonna
are
be
these
a-
dudes wearing like studded leather armor, but you can see kind of similar to Julian, like you can see in like some of their exposed pieces of skin, you can see like these semi-chitinous plates that are around. So
Okay, regular attack for the next one.
for the second one, okay, go ahead and roll it.
19 is a good thing I rolled that.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
good stuff.
9 points of damage.
Much less than 26.
It is. I rolled the 1 and 2.
So definitely doesn't look great, but he definitely some heaving breaths from these pretty gaping wounds at this juncture, but does like eyes you can still see. You hurt him quite badly, Bart. Has not stopped looking at Yakko. All right, ending Yakko's turn. That is going to bring us to Gloob down there.
I want to do one more thing real
Yes,
quick, if you'll allow me.
of course.
Can I use my bonus action to kick the body down the ramp?
You can like shove it like a foot. It would probably like slide onto the top of the ramp.
It-
Once again, the ramp is not this steep. It's not just gonna go like it's not how this is gonna work. But
I'll
yeah,
take
you just
it.
fucking shove it a little bit.
He's just chop,
It
chop.
just goes,
yeah,
eh.
fuck your buddy. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
no, he's still pissed. Like it's not like assuaged his focus.
He just goes like, Larry was kind of an asshole anyway. Not so bad.
Possibly. Oh man. All right. So, like I said, that does bring us back down towards this bottom area to Gloob.
Okay, and you said for these, for the puffer fish, once they spell their quills,
Yeah.
they're a little bit easier to hit.
It seems that way. It seems like that
Seems that way.
once they kind of all of them kind of expand in some like areas of like similar to pufferfish, not like all over like a pufferfish, but some of their you can see where like some bubbles of air kind of in places around their body. So it looks like they're no longer laying flat where you guys had seen those quills had deflected attacks previously.
I still think that we need to handle this guy as quickly as possible. And Julian isn't looking great, and my buddies I hear them fighting up the ramp. So I'm going to go ahead and spend my bonus and move action, and I'm just going to look in between those quills and find a soft spot, and give myself advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
And have I been hit by these guys yet? I don't know if I have.
I think you might have been stabbed by them once. I think you did last session because I remember having to specify like, yeah, you're immune to poison damage, so you don't even need to bother rolling a
That's
con
right.
save.
That's right.
Okay. Let's see. That's a natural 19 on the first one. Let's see if I get a 20. I do not. 29 to hit.
Yeah, 29 will hit. Yes, holy shit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Just by. Once again, the joke will persist. You overshot, man. Too high. You rolled too high.
Oh, no. That's so bad on the damage. Ugh. 19 damage.
That's not bad damage total, but yeah, I got considering. What did you roll on your dice?
1, 1, 3, 4 on the sneak attack.
Oof. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Good God.
That is unfortunate. Still, maybe stumbling just slightly while trying to kind of gather yourself up. There's probably a good bit of blood around here at this point, like on the floor. You just slip just a smidgen, and so you don't quite get it through all of its vitals. You get mostly like a bunch of muscle in there, but you still stabbed the fuck out of it, so it hurt. All right, does that be it for your turn, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'll just say through the mental link, going to the lab. Listen for anyone else coming. I'll handle this guy. You stay safe. To Julian. That's it.
Getting just these confused gestures and mouth. What?
Go to the lab. Protect yourself. Listen for anyone else. I'll handle him.
All right. So, and in Gloob's turn, that brings us to the Puffer. And the Puffer, well, first we're gonna see if he gets. So his quills stay puffed, and he's gonna make a couple attacks at you, Gloob.
Okay.
Try to stibby stab you. Where is he at? There he is. Da 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 da. 16 on the first attack misses. However, a 19 on the second hits, correct?
Yes, my AC is 18.
Gotcha.
I will.
You get an uncanny dodge?
No.
No? That's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage. As the one you're able to deflect, but then it immediately comes in with its other arm and is able to just sneak through and give you a bit of a stab. You can feel it trying to inject you with something, but your body is just like, this is literally part of me. Fuck you. Like he goes, nom, 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 nom. Your immune system just eats it. And in the Pufferfish's turn, that does bring us to the PJ that is still up, back to the top of the ramp. He doesn't feel great, but he's pissed, and he's gonna make his attacks at Mr. Jacob. All right, so this is their saber. That's gonna be a 19 to hit on the first one.
Hits.
Okay. 4, 2, 6. That is going to be, good gracious, 9 points of slashing damage, reduced down to 6, and 6 points of poison damage, taken full. On the first hit, and second attack.
Uncanny dodge.
I like your hustle. Yes, sir.
Shield.
Second attack's a 23.
Oof. Misses, sorry. I'm assuming his base damage is gonna be down.
I don't recall exact. Oh wait, yeah, you have 14 health, right?
I have 2 HP now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're down.
Shit.
You took 10 points of slashing and 2 points of poison. So, first attack, cutting deep. Jakob going down to one knee, coming up with 2 hands over the second and slicing him once again, knocking Jakob unconscious. As he does, he doesn't turn away from Jakob, but he glances over his shoulder at you, Bart, and grins. Just like bares like his full set of familiarly sharky teeth to you before turning back towards Jakob. That is then going to bring us back to the top of the initiative to Julian.
You're muted.
Gloop had just said to go into the lab and he would handle this.
Yep.
He says, like hell I will! Fires 2 more arrows into the pufferfish.
Okay. I think it's going to be very hard for you to miss at this juncture.
A 15 and a 19.
Both hit.
The 15 hits?
Its AC
Oh.
drops significantly.
I knew it dropped. I didn't know it dropped that much.
It
Shit.
drops pretty hard. Mechanics
Yeah,
are
I can
important.
just roll them separately. Eh. 16 with several 2s on the dice.
That's with both hits.
No, that's with 1 hit. First one is 16.
That, actually, hold on. Where'd he go? 16 points of damage brings it to 0 exactly.
Nice.
Nice.
That's not the right thing.
Alright,
Still
well, there's
not right
nothing else to shoot, so Gloob, I'm sorry.
Gonna transfer my hunter's mark to.
Forgive me, Gloob. That's the
So,
one you
like-
wanna. That's the one you want uncanny dodge, probably.
the
Probably.
red anime gleam.
Okay.
Well, I still have that second attack. I'll hold on to it for a second. And now I'll start running into the lab.
Okay. So you're gonna go move into the lab.
Seen from right there. I got 5 feet of movement left, technically.
What are you looking for?
Anything alive.
You can't see most of the lab. You can basically see right in front of you, and then kind of like this cutoff in
But
that
there's not like anything right there.
yeah,
though,
not
right?
not that you can see from right there.
There we go.
So you've now moved full movement in the lab. Give me another perception check as you enter all the way into the lab.
Boost this bonus somehow. Oh, okay. Never mind. 22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very high.
That's a +3, and I rolled a 19.
Let's see. Da. Pa. Things are hard. Okay. So you can hear some sounds of movement from this door, like sounds of movement from the other side of this door. Not anything trying to be. At the very least, if it's trying, it's not succeeding in being sneaky. On the other side of this door, you don't see the door moving at this time. And you can hear the very faint sounds of some kind of movement on the other side of this double door. Okay?
Like, what kind of movement? Like, bestial shuffling, or like soldiers gathering themselves for an attack, or
I will say
a
from
secretary?
from this small door, I will
Yeah.
say here's like something scraping, like something hard scraping across stone. And then on this side, it sounds more like light footsteps that you can hear, like, and maybe like someone stumbled. Like they weren't necessarily, they were trying to be maybe quieter, but like lost a little bit of their footing and came down hard on their boot.
And I've never actually run into the situation where this is relevant.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you can't hold one of your 2 attacks.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to hold your entire action. So. All right.
Yeah, well, I used my last 5 feet to get there, so, I got nothing.
Okay. Anything you want to say?
Yeah. Something's behind the doors. Kind of like back over my shoulder at Luke.
Back over your shoulder and do the earpiece, right?
Into the earpiece or out loud.
Oh yeah,
Important.
I forgot you had an earpiece. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally, the two that have a way to mentally communicate are both in the bottom of the ramp.
There are the ones that always go off together.
They're the
Yeah.
two sneaky dudes. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, not even over my shoulder, just kind of like keeping an eye on it, like.
you're doing that
Something
thing that
moving
they do in
behind the
spy
doors.
movies. That makes it very obvious that they're like talking to someone. Just slap your whole hand over your ear for no reason. Anyway, okay. So you hear that, Gloob. That then brings us back to the top of our ramp here. That is so lovely and amazing. To Bart. Bart, this dude just downed Jakob.
Cool. I am going to smile right back at him.
You're about
And-
to say I'm going to smite him.
Oh, no.
I'd be very
gonna
confused.
I'm going to smile right back at him and get Jakob back on his feet while dropping concentration on Expeditious Retreat and throwing up an Aura of Vitality, hitting him with those first 2 D6s are 2 and a 3, so you got 5 and you're up.
So Jakob back to conscious with 5 hit points. All right, is that gonna be it for your turn, Bart?
Yep.
Okay, Bart,
Jakob.
less speedy,
Fuck.
now got his weird kind of that soft light or whatever, and some of it jumping out and bringing Jakob back to consciousness. That does bring us back to Jakob. Jakob, you are conscious, prone with 5 hit points. So spin it, which means you do, of course, lose concentration on Expeditious Street when you go unconscious. So you're now conscious with 5 health and half your movement since you stood up.
All right. Let's swing the big sword.
Okay. Great weapon
Regular.
attack. Great weapon attack or normal?
Regular.
Regular. Okay.
Gonna miss though with a natural 1.
Which we already did. We already rolled that last week, unfortunately. And you haven't had a short rest since then, so outside of normal natural 1 things, doesn't matter. Nice. So just coming up, trying to immediately end it, just sidesteps it immediately.
Then a 19.
19 does hit, as we discussed previously.
4 plus I think it's 6 for 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Yes.
Nice. Mark that. Okay. Nice. Okay. And is that going to be it for your turn? You stood up, made both your attacks, missing with 1, able to get a decent blow on the other, going more for accuracy than those big, choppy chops you normally go to. That is then going to bring us on to Gloob with your enemy on deck, actually.
I'm going to have to trust that Jakob and them have it, because I can't leave Julian down here alone.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm going to use my movement, 15, 20, 25 to get it right there.
Alright.
I'm going to unfortunately I can't hold an action.
You can't?
No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
You can hold an action to
hold
attack.
like an attack or something, or
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter if I have to get up to the door in order to hold it, and I can't make it.
even with the
If
bonus
you,
action dash.
yeah, I was gonna say what you could do is that if you moved your 25 feet to where you were just behind that dead dude there or whatever, you could bonus action hide and then hold your action to attack the next thing that came in the line of sight and get sneak attack off of it. If something was coming to the room next turn.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna have to move up to here if I'm gonna actually get my sword bonuses and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
I mean, if you can still hold it for anything that's going to come into range for you to hit, because it doesn't have to be as soon as it comes out the door. It could be if anything steps into your range, you can. The held action does not necessarily. It doesn't have a word limit necessarily, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll just use my bonus action dash to get up to right here, like on top of the desk if I can.
Okay.
And hold my action to whenever something from this door gets into my range, I'll stab him in the eye.
Okay. So, do you want to leave it specifically for that door, or just the next thing that comes into range, like next hostile?
The next thing that stepped up to me.
Okay. So, something hostile comes into range. Gloob is going to stab it as his held.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ending your turn. That does bring us back to the PJ, all the way back here up at the ramp. Jakob, you have annoyingly come back to life. Damn you. It's gonna try to make you not that way again.
I think like Bart brings him back to life, and he just kind of like glares at him. You bitch! I worked so hard for this.
Why aren't you dead? I specifically requested that you be dead. Alright, so for Saber attack, that is going to be an 18 exactly, unfortunately. But you have 5 hit points, you're down again. So yeah, I could drop back to unconscious. That is a lot of d6s. Comes out to 69 though. Nice.
Nice. that was totally bland.
We're gonna roll something here. Okay. Having the mental wherewithal, instead of just relentlessly attacking this person, he does pivot to make his second attack at you, Bart, since you brought him back up.
Bring it on.
Alright, let's see. This is 25, or no, 26 to hit.
Yeah, if it's a 20 anything, that's me.
So you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 points of poison damage.
Okay, concentration check is good. You said 7 and 5?
7 and 5, so a total of 12, so still DC 10.
Yeah, I got it. Alright.
So yeah, and he doesn't really have anywhere else he needs to be. Yeah, no. He's gonna stick around. He's not necessarily well with it. He wants to kill you guys. Ending his turn, that's gonna bring us back to the top to Julian with Bart on deck.
That was bad timing.
I
on my
try.
part. I could watch live as I choked to death on a breadstick.
It'd be like that, man. Breadsticks are worth it. Sometimes. Depends on the breadsticks, I suppose.
Yeah. So you said non-sneaky kind of roughshod sounds to the left?
Yep, sounded like something also like hard scraping across stone.
I don't like that.
That's fair.
And it was like sneakier sounds or more intentional sounds
Yeah.
from the big double door?
Correct.
Do those am I getting any more out of that?
I'll say, considering that these are like big heavy metal doors with like stone walls, I'll say that's what you get with a 22.
All right.
Like unless you get closer and are making like an intentional, like I'm trying to determine what's on the other side of this door.
I'm going to move here. That looks half coverish.
Yeah. It's like a concrete like little chest.
Yeah. Just kind of
like sternum high wall probably.
Do my little like SWAT team infill squad run.
Yeah. So yeah.
Get there.
Running across.
And hold my action to shoot any hostiles that come into view. Hostiles include mutants, armed pirates, or the Doctor.
Not the PJs? You're not gonna shoot the PJs?
They're fucking mutants.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. You just say anyone but my party and brother.
Oh, dude, how
But if
fucked
it's-
would that
he's
be?
not gonna-
That would
he's
be
not gonna-
so fucked up. Just fucking brother. Oh! It catches an
Yeah,
arrow right in the throat. Like,
Yeah, the two
What a
at-risk
tweet.
parties are Adeline and his brother. Not shooting either one of those.
okay, oh, not shooting Adeline. Interesting.
He needs answers out of Adeline.
But not the Doctor. That's very curious.
That will be the question: is where's the Doctor? So
Where is he? That's fair. Oh, so it's like if the Doctor, it's like programming. Like if Doctor equals dead, Adeline die.
Yeah, that's gonna be real bad for Adeline if the doctor comes in, dies, and then Adeline
he's like,
comes in because
"Hey guys,
the
oh!"
algorithm changes.
That's so fucked up.
The flowchart has
Okay.
adjusted.
All right, so holding an action to attack hostiles, and not Adeline as long as the doctor is dead, is alive still. Okay. Ending your turn. That is then gonna bring us all the way. I like that we ping pong back and forth between the top and the bottom of our random. It's a good
Wisdom
time.
saving throw from this guy. Bonus action or vitality.
All right.
4 and a 4 on
Jesus
Aura
Christ.
Vitality, so that's 8 more hit points for Jakob, and then that's a 6 and a
Does
3.
save on.
Okay.
On it
Well,
this
he
time.
didn't take any damage.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
this.
This
piece of
time,
shit.
just shaking his head and he's looking at you, clearly like you're a problem and need to stop being a problem. All right, Jakob, you get how much HP did you
8.
get back? 8 back. So you back to conscious. 8 hit points. Conveniently enough, just in time for your turn. What would you like to do? Unless did you have anything else you wanted to do, Bart?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. Yes, sir. Jakob, standing back up again.
How's this individual looking?
He doesn't look great. He's definitely, like I said, before you hit him that last time, he was already kind of had some of that like ragged breathing. Like he definitely had left some deep cuts on him, and he looks slightly worse than that. But he also just like hears you stand up, and just like, "Dah!" And sees that you are still getting back up. What would you like to
I'm
do?
gonna go for 1 Great Weapon Master.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
That's a miss.
Going for that big chop as per usual. He's able to parry it to the side with his saber. Definitely, like, these guys aren't bad. They're pretty skilled combatants, but you guys are better for the most part, especially as individuals.
All right, regular attack.
Okay.
19.
19 hits.
And
Sounds
I
like a
am
theme.
going to
Smite.
menacing strike.
Okay.
Smite.
Yeah. So let me know what that damage is and what the DC on that wisdom save is.
16, I believe.
Rolled low enough that he does still fail. So he is frightened until the end of your next turn, assuming this does not kill him.
7, 10, 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. He is still barely on his feet.
Yay! That floor's getting real comfortable.
Do what?
He'll
All that
have
blood, it's
disadvantage
warming
on
it
those
up.
attacks, right?
Yeah, he will have disadvantage on his attacks. So is that it for your turn, Jakob?
Yep.
Smack the shit out of him. He's like blood kind of trickling out of a corner of his mouth a little bit as he's heaving these gasping breaths, and definitely you can see the fear in his eyes. But Jakob is in front of him and Bart is behind him, kind of trapped and still pissed, even if he's like angry pissed. He's gonna try to put you back down again, Jakob. Why won't you die? First attack at disadvantage. I shit you not, that is a 19 and a 14 on the die. So he does still hit you. You have how many hit points?
He has 8.
8? On the off chance he somehow fucks this. No, you're unconscious.
God damn it.
I was like, if you rolled like all minimal damage, actually I think even minimum damage still put you down. So he does down you. It doesn't say anything about the fear effect going away. So
Yeah, he said, "Oh, that guy down there." Ooh.
yeah, I mean, you just smacked the shit out of him. I'll say it's like it says it's a frightened condition.
He's
I like it a
still
lot more if
shaking.
it's like a dazed condition, like you just rang his fucking bell really hard and he's kind of like woo. But he is fucking once again goddamn healer. He's gonna try to slice Bart again. This one misses though. He just fucking botches the shit out of that second roll with disadvantage, trying to pivot and just like seemingly like trying to keep an eye on Jakob, because even though he's down, he's still shaken up by that hit he just took, and goes to slice at you and just goes right over your head. You don't even have to fucking move. It just like clangs into the fucking wall like above you.
All right.
that then brings us back to Julian. Julian, you're here. It's been a few seconds. You and Bart are not you and Bart. You and Gloob are both stood here. Gloob ready to stab something that comes out of that door. You have your bow drawn, ready for something to come out. Nothing has come out of either door yet. What do you do, Gloob? You're on deck. Or not Gloob, Bart, you're on deck. Sorry. Y'all are so similar, you know.
I'm
what do we do?
You go immediately after Julian. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did I skip you, Gloob? I did, didn't I? What would you like to do on your turn? Because you would have gone immediately after Jakob. I'm trying to keep things moving and jumped you.
Gotcha. Do we hear anything on the...
Roll a perception check.
As soon as I find the fucking... There we go. 14.
14. I'll say as close as you are, you can very faintly hear that similar, like I said, Julian heard with his 22 from a little farther back. But barely you can hear just something like scraping across stone on the other side of the door that you're right next to. You can't tell anything for the double door with a 14.
Gotcha. Are there actually eye holes in the doors?
No,
like
they're
there
not.
on
These
here?
are no,
Okay.
these are solid.
Alright. I will say, let's try to fight them one at a time, and I'll use 10 feet of my movement to pop on this side of the desk.
Still
Use...
in the earpiece.
Yeah. That's not going to matter in a second, though.
Okay.
As I am going to try to use my action to slide this desk in front of this door.
Okay. You know, I never really super thought about how these things were situated.
Push it all the way over there, and then he just opens the door from the inside. Like, the fuck?
That'd be my fucking luck.
Yeah, quick. We'll find out.
Damn
We'll
it.
find out when it happens. Make an athletics check for me. This is a pretty heavy desk. We're not talking about like IKEA furniture.
Right.
So, but it's realistic. What are you doing? No, you don't get. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, we're gonna leave it a mystery.
Thanks.
You had said what? Sorry, I'm sorry.
6.
6. You put your back up against the wall and put your froggy feet against it. It maybe scoots like half an inch. Unfortunately, not able to get enough leverage on it to scoot it.
Help me! That's it.
Say that out loud or over the earpiece. I'm assuming it's over the earpiece, but still, I just want to specify, just in case. You never know.
It's over the earpiece.
You guys could be being weird, getting squirrely. All right, ending Gloob's turn. PJ's turn happens. Jakob goes back down again. Now we're back to Julian with Bart on deck. Woo! Time is as we will it. Julian? Oh, man's thinking real hard.
I'm thinking I'm reading real hard.
Oh,
He said
shit.
they just got that tiny font.
I heard that reading is a fundamental skill. I don't know where I heard that from. It's important. What you measuring over there? I saw it. I seen the measuring tool on a wall. Pay no heed to the wild gray yonder outside of this cage. God damn. You're trying me today, huh? I see you.
I think I can justify spending my move and my action to get over there. Just open the door! And we'll continue to hold his action until he sees a hostile.
Alright, so just kind of keeping an eye out. Alright. Ending Julian's turn. That does bring us all the way back to the top of our ramp. To Mr. Bartholomew. This dude has just knocked him out yet again.
Same as last time. We're going to keep on going until he's down. This time it's 10 healing.
We're going up. We're getting better.
Yeah. And a 12 and a 5 for a total of 22 if he fails.
Okay, I'm just going to be up front with you. If he fails, he is dead as fuck. He has 3 hit points. So, let's see. With a 6 on the dice, does fail that as it does. Thank you. That bell tolls, and he does seem just kind of this frothing. Like, definitely seems to be planning to try to take you guys with him if at all possible. As you ring the bell one last time, not able to shake it off, just slowly crumples to the floor as like. Still just like never breaking eye contact with you as blood seems to seep out of like his tear ducts, out of his ears. More of it starts to gush out of his mouth and his nose. Just crumples down to the ground.
Cody has so much more sympathy for these guys than Julian does. I hate that.
It is what it is. I don't know if Julian and Gloob are alive or dead, so it's Bart feels like, you know, in this situation, lethal force is authorized. And he sees that Jakobs might be flickering his eyes open again, and I move 25 feet down the ramp like, come on, Jakob, we gotta go!
We gotta go!
Slides down.
Alright.
Not like screaming or anything.
Y'all
but
keep joking, y'all gonna start taking falling damage. I don't give a shit.
I said I moved 25 feet down the ramp. I made no more jokes.
I ain't near that ramp.
You gotta go back up, don't you?
Nope.
To be fair, you can stick to stuff, so you can just sit there Mission Impossible your way up. It wouldn't matter. So Gloom actually is relatively safe from this. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's more campaign to happen. Anyway, ending. Bart's turn, bringing us to Jakob. Jakob, you gasp your way back to consciousness once more, feeling slightly better each time, which is very backwards. But
something in your brain is broken, and you feel like being knocked near the death is better and better every time.
Just feels like home.
There's no place like home. All right. Here at the top of this ramp, you do see that the other guy has been felled while you were between last time you were conscious and this time.
Do either of them have a visual keychain on them?
Keychain?
Visible.
I'll say not a keychain. You'd have to search their pockets if you wanted to like find any keys or anything.
Nope.
Like not, at least not with like your passive perception. I'll say like which is your passive perception is 13, I think, or is it lower than that? I think Gloop's is 13.
It's 14.
14, slightly higher. But no, even with a passive 14, you don't like just glancing straight down. You don't see anything indicating like a key.
Okay. And then dash for 5, 10, 30.
So you've moved. Sorry, because we got to remember that technically this ramp, while I placed 60 feet worth of tiles, measures weird. So you've moved 40 feet down the ramp, so 20 more feet will put you down at the bottom. Bart, you've moved 25 feet, so 35 feet of movement will put you at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah. Jakob has a 40-foot movement speed?
30 foot. He got up. He only had to move 5 feet of his 15 to get to the top, to right before the top, and then moved 10 feet down, and then another 30 feet with a dash action.
Gotcha.
All right. And that's it for you, Mr. Jakob. Ending Jakob's turn, bringing us back to Gloob with Julian on deck at the top. What are you doing?
Does this shuffling sound like it's getting closer? Does it sound like it's posturing up? Like, what does it sound like it's doing? Or I just hear movement?
I'll say kind of like it's just kind of shuffling footsteps, like something that maybe is like agitated, like you know when you're when you got to stand at a register for like 8 hours and you just kind of shuffle back and forth because you're tired of standing there. Sounds kind of like that. But
it doesn't necessarily
sound
alerted.
Not necessarily. It just sounds like something is standing on the other side of the door. It doesn't sound
Okay.
like. Yeah, it's hard to describe, but there's nothing like, it's not actively like nothing doesn't seem like it's about to charge out, but it does sound like there's something on the other side. It is conscious and awake.
Gotcha. In that case, I will. 25 feet. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna bonus action stealth before I move, which will be either a 25 or a 25 on my stealth. That's 25 feet. That's 20 feet.
Okay, come up to that door.
Yep. And with my 25 stealth, I'm gonna object interaction, open it up and try to peek in. Not gonna open it all the way, just gonna peek inside, see if there's anything.
I suppose. So you're just trying to like squeak it open a little bit?
And just like look at Julian, tell him to point his arrow at as bow and arrow at this door specifically, and I'm gonna
It already is. He's
Okay.
wherever you went.
crack
say-
open the door.
Cracking it open. You gotta crack it open and look out, look in. It seems like, the outer door was locked. It doesn't seem like every single door is locked in this place. Crack it open. Immediately going, huh, that's a leg. Looking up into the face of another PJ that is looking down with you with it seems to have a loaded crossbow shoulder. Didn't have a ready to action to fire, but you guys both make eye contact. What are you doing?
You just slide the thing.
Are you gonna throwing it open, shutting it? What are you doing?
Hey, I heard a lot of noise in here. Is everything okay?
Hell yeah.
Is that what you got? Is that what you got for me?
You said,
What's
house
wrong with
cleaning?
that?
So you say that, and
No? Okay.
yeah, I'll say before it shuts, you do hear from farther back, from somewhere where you can't see. You just hear a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A very calm, very collected, well-spoken, heavily enunciated voice. Those must be the intruders. Kill them. And then you shut the door.
Good guy for sure.
There's bad guys on this side. And fuck. I guess my 25 stealth is broken.
Correct.
I don't remember how much movement I used to get here. I'm gonna measure that real quick. 25. So I have 10 more feet. Is that right? That was behind the desk.
Jesus.
40 feet. Yeah, I have 10 more feet. So I'll use the rest of my movement to climb above the door.
Okay, so you're gonna climb on the other side of that door? Alright.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, Julian, what's the doctor sound like?
Crisp, enunciated, kind of sterile.
May have found him.
like-
Alright.
You can hear his fucking pupils just narrow from across
Hear
the
his
room.
pupils narrow.
Yeah,
Not
it's
his eyes, his pupils.
yeah, just like
You should hydrate more often. I shouldn't be able to hear that.
so like in a Saturday morning cartoon when the animal, the big dog sees the cat from across the yard, just kind of.
Oh, that's pretty fucked. Okay. Gosh darn it. This just gets more
what
and
that
more
look is.
confusing as time goes on.
That look is I'm having to add more people to initiative as a DM look. That's what that is.
Yeah, it gets harder because I didn't allow for enough spaces between everything at the start when I was writing it down, which I've probably used the in-game combat tracker, but like when it comes to actually like writing on it, it just like it better.
I've told you a dozen times, you just got to get index cards.
Fucking index card.
What's your reverse
What you're
index
holding
card?
something invisible? I don't know.
I just use. I like my dry erase board setup personally.
God damn it. Okay. So there we got it. Sweet baby Jesus. Alright, well I do basically have a dry erase board. I don't erase as much as I should. I don't like erase and redraw. Because I'm like, it takes too much time, but then I end up having more time to like make shit fit.
What I did is I had a dry erase board and then these little magnetic labels that I'd write the party's name on with permanent marker. And so then you can shuffle them around
without having
these
to
little
erase
magnets.
stuff. That's
Yeah.
fucking the noggin. Anyway, ending Gloob's turn. That once again, actually, it does bring us back to the top, but things have changed now. Actually,
Uh-oh. But Julian's not the top. Oh no!
correct. As this door does get opened finally. Whoop. It does open outwards.
Fuck.
It does open outwards.
Ah,
And immediately on the other side of it, what you guys can immediately see just still on the other side. Oh no. Where's my... I don't know why I didn't pre-place this guy because I'm a dumbass, I suppose. Pre-place the other one is another one of those crab fellows.
Fuck a
Big,
crab fellow.
Heavily armored. You can see what the scraping sound was because they're like almost every inch of them is covered in that chitin and the big fucking crab claws.
Imagine them trying to get the doorknob. They're like, fuck.
I was like,
Shit.
you get the idea that
Fuck,
maybe
shit,
the person who opened the door wasn't the crab dude. But yeah, so that is gonna be turn to open the door. Yeah, okay, did that.
Does that trigger my held action?
Since you're triggered, your held action was to attack the first hostile that was in range. Yes. See that door
Hey.
open? You see big crab homie.
Say 23 hit.
23 does hit their AC.
I'll get that out of D6. Hey, that's good though. Flat 20.
Flat 20, nice. Not bad at all. Definitely hurting. Immediately kind of lets out a kind of sound, is kind of outcry of a bestial kind of screechy. I'm not sure what noises crabs make. I think they actually kind of do like a weird like little hissing sound, but that's not nearly as menacing as I would like. So that they don't got that part. Anyway,
It's really taken a lot of mental gymnastics to not imagine these crab people having like a big knife in their hand, like that one knife crab. I'm just imagining them still fighting us with
people.
swords.
All right, that does end. So that's that turn. That does bring us to Julian up at the top with
Hell yeah.
Bart still on deck.
First we hex him, then we shoot him.
Hex shifted over to the crab.
I lost a D6.
It do be like that.
26 on the first one.
26 will hit. Jesus Christ.
27 on the second one.
Will also hit. Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
Murder it.
16 and 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
$21 damage for the first arrow.
Fuck yes. Nice.
Holy shit.
Don't roll all those D6s for the second
Yeah.
one.
You don't get everything on both attacks. Jesus.
Alright, but it's cool. Oh, well, sort of cool. I rolled a 1 on the D4, but an 8 on the D8, so.
It evens out.
For 19 points of damage.
19
Nice.
points of
Fucking
damage.
A.
Holy
Hell yeah,
shit.
dude.
Yeah. It
It
went.
closes the door.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
boss man, you
Yeah,
go
it
first.
fucking hurt, but like, it looks quite rough, but it immediately gets rocked back as 3 arrows just slam into its like just straight through its carapace and then gaps in its armor immediately. Ow. Holy fuck. Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna make him fucking have to move further to get to me.
That's fair. Just going all the way back in the corner.
To
like,
run the fuck away.
fuck
Oh
yeah.
no, Gloob, you're gonna be in a
Oh,
bad way.
Well,
homie.
what I only moved like fucking 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Could I have used like 5 or 10 feet to get up on this thing?
I suppose, if you so desire, you can get up kind of on like the examination table.
I don't want to like not be able to shoot it because of an angle thing. But I also this is the other half of that line of sight breakage we're trying to get.
Right. Yeah. You figure whatever at the double door can't see it. You're probably giving whatever is in this door half cover right now with having to shoot past that other desk and everything, kind of at this narrow angle you've got going along. But
that door right there.
The door, this door right here, whatever's at this door right here.
Right. I want it to not be seen.
Yeah.
by
You've
what's in
broken
that
line
door.
of sight here. I was just saying, like,
Okay.
you've broken line of sight with this door. Whatever's at this door is probably getting half cover if you shoot at it right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And then
If he doesn't move closer, I can. I just wanted to make him have to run further.
Okay, no, that's fair. All right, ending your turn. That does still bring us to Bart. Holy fuck! So Bart
Oh my-
moving.
Why did it
You're
throw me
not-
all the way out there?
We said the deal. Bart is dead. you fell off the edge of the board. You're dead.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's a
but
problem.
if you just move in, yeah, if you move,
Yeah,
you
double
had been
move.
25 feet,
and
so you should be.
I was already
should
5
be-
foot on there,
Yeah,
so
you
it
needed
should be
35
75.
feet. So you're
of total
15
move.
feet, yeah, past
Yeah.
the bottom. Yeah.
Well, I was already the first step on it, so
Oh,
it was
yeah,
55
exactly.
feet
Yeah,
down.
so
And Jakob gets healed for almost max for 11. And that's my turn.
all right, and in your turn, it's not Jakob's turn yet.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
Yep. As now these doors open up.
Oh shit. Oh buddy.
And what's up, Clue? This is your waiting face.
This is me hoping since I broke line of sight, my 25 stealth goes back into effect. But I-
No, that is not how that works. You do, however, see, moving back away from the PJs, a very nondescript man that you had been presented with as a minor illusion previously. Little glasses on the bridge of his nose. Seems to have had enough time to get dressed, is wearing his coat and everything. However, you do see, as these doors are opened up, you see him kind of retracting his arms and lowering a couple of empty syringes. And both of these PJs, where previously they have looked very, like, they had looked very tactical and stuff, even when you had first seen it through the eye, their eyes are now both wide, and you can see veins standing out on their neck and their face and on their exposed parts of them as the doctor is kind of moving back and away from them.
I misunderstood the situation. I was thinking, oh yeah, he amped himself up.
No. You know the doctor. The doctor's not a fighter.
I know it. I didn't know what you'd done with him.
Hey, man. And these guys both immediately go from, like, looking straight down to they then pivot and look up, seeing you. And you're the first enemy they see. And they got told to kill the intruders. They're going to make 4 crossbow attacks at you.
Each?
2 each.
2 each.
Total of 4.
Christ.
I was like, yeah, if they got 8 attacks, then oh.
Y'all might be, yeah, that might be, yeah, this is, they're not getting, like, totally amped into the stratosphere. But, yeah,
you're double dead before I make it in the room.
so, first 2 attacks. One of those is going to be an 18. The other does miss.
Okay.
You're immune to poison damage, so I'm not even going to fucking bother.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
However, that one does hit for max for 15 points of piercing damage. The one that does connect.
Ouch.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is actually 17 points of piercing damage now.
That's not better.
Nope, it's not better. It's worse.
That is actually worse.
It is worse. Sorry. I almost forgot I need to make a note on their thing that they've been boosted. Second 2 crossbow shots. That is going to be another 18 and a 23.
I will uncanny dodge the first one that hits.
Okay, first one that hits is... Oh, that is a 5. That is going to be 12... Oh, math is hard. Yeah, no, 12. Half down to 6 on that hit. Yep, wrong thing. The second one that hits is going to be 13. So 6 and then 13 points of damage.
Lube is unconscious.
The Gloob falls from the ceiling. And Julian, you actually, I think you have line of sight just enough that you would probably see a flicker of color and a thump onto the floor. And then these guys are going to use their movement to step out. Or they'd kind of, yeah, like right on here.
I don't feel like peeking my mic, but just
20.
shouting his name as loud as he possibly can.
Moving out 20, almost
Followed
in,
by
almost in
Bart's
sync.
name.
Bart, you're probably far enough along. I say your passive perception. You hear Julian screaming your name from down the hall.
Legs only go so fast. I'm getting there as quick as I can.
As they kind of are stepping out here and they assess the situation, they can both see you using their kind of 5, 10, and this one using 5 feet, and kind of you see them both kind of turning towards your direction. You kind of seeing that same thing. I'll say, Julian, you can see that these dudes who had looked very like they still seem in control of themselves, but you can now see them like these guys. They look juiced, like. They definitely, like I said, you can eyes wide, pupils super dilated, visible veins like standing up on their exposed parts of their skin. Ending their turn, that actually then brings us to the crab. And then, yeah. So crab, taking those big hits, still kind of steps out. 5, 10, 15. Actually, I mean, it's kind of more bestial in nature. 5, 10, 15, 20. What is their movement speed? 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's just gonna rush all the way down at you, Julian. 10,
Cool.
15, 20. So yeah, it's gonna be able to get here as this thing that you filled full of arrows, and it definitely looks to be in very bad shape, but it does just come in this rushing, just scuttle like as it's like scraping along the stone, just comes tearing up to you. Ending its turn, that is going to bring us to Jacob.
Surprise, surprise. I will be moving and then dashing.
All right. So yeah, you were only 20 feet, so you'll be 10 feet past the bottom of the ramp with your first action. So and then another 30 feet.
60.
All right. So you guys tearing ass. I'll say Jacob even. Your passive perception is lower, but there's not a ton going on. So echoing off this stone, you do hear first a scream of Gloob, followed by the scream of Bart from Julian.
We gotta get in there.
Yeah. Ending
Yup.
Jacob's turn. Let's see if I can actually. We're gonna do a thing here. Oh wait, no. Can I be lazy, please? Nope, I can't. Fudge muffins. Exiting out after. It's not that big, don't worry. after the crab, however, is one of the eels. And let me double check their movement speed. They only have 30 foot. This one. 10, 15. 25, 30, or 25, like 30. And this one. 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's able to get right here. Honing in on the one threat in the room. Alright, ending their turn. That is going to bring us to Gloob. If you could go ahead and make a death saving throw for me. Okay. That will then. His turn. Julian, from your standpoint, you see ever so briefly peek out from the single door. Oh wait, what am I doing? Why am I about to use a human? Use this one. So I think this is what we used for what's his name? Erish. Before you see kind of peek out from one side of the door for a moment the figure of Adeline. Peek out before stepping back around the corner.
Oh,
Seems
boy.
to look out, sees what's going on, is just like whoop. Alright.
That's the guy who opened the door for Mr. Krabs.
Correct. Because if you note, elves don't sleep. So, that then does bring us to Julian's turn. What would you like to do, my friend?
I need like a second.
That's fair.
Just so you know, I will not be able to heal Gloob no matter what I do within 2 rounds. So yeah, is that looking great?
Mr. DM,
Yes, sir.
could I, if 15 feet of movement and a misty step would get me right here,
Uh-huh.
could I use my remaining 15 feet of movement, action, and object interaction to get Gloob in that room with the doctor and shut the doors?
I mean, yeah. You'd be in there with the door shut. But that's...
And what direction do they actually open up?
This is very important. I need you to tell me what order of operations you are doing that in. I will say it is possible.
If I don't know what the mechanical requirements of dragging someone and shutting a door would be. It would be
Gloob is smaller
15
than you. He is small while you are medium, meaning that your movement speed is not halved while you are dragging him around.
Mhm.
Because I believe that is the rules on dragging is
No,
if it
it's
is it
2
not
sizes.
2 sizes smaller. Unfortunate. Okay, so your movement speed would be halved. He doesn't have very far to go.
I have to move him 5 feet, basically.
Yeah. So
Because you
yes,
said they
I will,
opened out.
yes,
so
I will say,
I'm just
yeah,
pulling
yeah,
them
yeah.
shut.
Yeah, doing
Okay.
that, it would be possible. The doors would be shut. You wouldn't have had an opportunity to like try to bar it or anything, but you would be in there. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to like lock it because I got the key.
You wouldn't have the opportunity. You're using your object interaction to shut the door. You're using your action basically to haul Gloob in there. You wouldn't have
I
enough
thought it was
actions.
just my movement. And I know usually I thought my object interaction was to grab Gloob, my movement to pull him,
Mhm.
And usually it's an object interaction to shut a door, so I was thinking by turning it into a full action, that would be shutting and locking.
This is actually not something I had considered. So, I knew the doors weren't locked. I will say it's relatively likely that there is a lock.
I mean, I did inspect it when we were going in and looking at it. Did I see the keyhole?
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm about to tell you, what I'm saying is, I'm about to roll for it.
Oh, okay.
I want you to call high-low for me. I say there's considering who this is, there's a fairly significant, there's a pretty solid chance that there is, but it is not 100%. It is possible that he was arrogant enough to think that between his security detail and the other door already being locked, that it wasn't necessary. Okay?
Okay, I'm not sweating or anything. That's
Yeah. So I want you to call high-low for me.
Hi.
I'm assuming always high? Okay. Due to the importance of this roll, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the percentage. I'm going to give it a 60% chance. Since we're saying it's higher than 50, we're giving it a 60% chance that there is a lock on this door. So that is a 76 on the percentiles. There is a lock on it. So I'll say that yes, you can. You figure you can with all basically using everything to get over there. You think you could get it shut and locked on this turn, but that'd be everything. You would be just getting Gloob in to the door
And
with it shut
shutting
and
and
locked.
locking the door.
Mm-hmm. There's also no guarantee that you don't know if who else has a key. So I need you to say how you are getting over there, in what order.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one at a time because depending on what I see and how this plays out, it may change.
Okay. Just take it a step at a time.
5, 10, 15.
Okay. So you'd have to go, yeah, you have to go into the square next to Gloob.
Hold on, I did it from the wrong point. Because I measured it earlier, so it would be that one.
Okay. Using your
Misty
last
step.
spell slot.
That is my last spell slot.
Vanishing into that eldritch black mist.
What do I see?
Looking in, you see what looks to be. I'm trying to. I'm blanking on the word that this room is called, but you know, kind of how in a nicer hotel room, you'll have like a little like sitting room, and then not quite like its own entire separate room as the bedroom, where like maybe there's like an extra wide doorway, but it's still there's not like actually doors on it or anything. So looking into what appears to be like a little sitting room has like a little couch and table. It has an extra desk in here, all that fun stuff, and about 5 feet away from the double wide little entrance that leads what looks to be a bedroom proper, you do see the doctor who had backed up and still does seem to have both empty syringes. See, as you remember, it barely seems to have changed.
Any
Human.
reaction at all to me just in front of him?
He does. The eyes seem to widen for a moment, but he can see your friend is down. He heard you scream. He does look a little startled for a moment, but then just kind of a no teeth kind of little kind of like, you know, when a doctor in the doctor's office kind of gives you their little like reassuring like kind of thing, but sinister, and just kind of nods at you. It's good to see that you have come back home.
I'm about to send you a message on Facebook real quick.
Sure, go right ahead.
Sorry, not trying to hold this up for everything, but like, it's kind of a big...
There's a lot going on.
Is that your full turn, Julian?
He still has, I think he's deciding whether to try to just murder the doctor right now.
Fucking Julian said, I'm gonna take the guy dying, I'm gonna hide him behind this locked door, and then I'm not gonna help him.
If he's not, the door is not shut or locked yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I can either shut and lock it at the risk that they will be able to
Open it.
do the opposite of that immediately, or try and shoot him, or try and heal glue. And just because I'm gonna ask you a dozen questions, because this is such a big thing.
No, totally fair.
Did I immediately see any keys like hanging on a belt, around their neck, in their grubby little hands when they came running out and pocketed it? Anything like that?
Give me a perception check.
Little hands.
A 14.
With a 14, not that you saw immediately.
Blue. High or low?
Oh.
You're not putting that choice on me, my boy. You make that choice on your own.
I'm trying to. Well, it's going to be 50-50 one way or the other.
And roll it.
As Julian functionally loses his ability to hear or focus on anything else, I'm going to use my birthday 20 to make my attack rolls against the doctor.
Okay. So your first hit is going to be an automatic crit.
Crossing fingers that he's just, you know, like a level 1 guy. He's just got like
I doubt
12
it, but-
hit points. It'll be fine.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
How many pediatricians can take multiple crossbow or arrows?
There is that other effect the bow has too.
That's coming.
I'm
28.
I'm just.
I'm assuming this guy is going to have legendary resistance, so he's just going to be like, oh yeah, well just do that 3 more times and you're Gucci.
33 points of damage
That's 33 total.
for the first arrow.
First arrow flies in, right like above his clavicle, like kind of actually be right under his clavicle. I'm sorry. Slamming into the feathers. You see like his look of arrogance, of like just complete surety that things go his way, because they have. Immediately flare open in shock as you just dealt 33 points of damage to this dude, as he immediately just cries out in, as I also don't want to peek my mic, just pain, and like this shrill screech.
Do it. Peek the mic.
No. Of this just shrill screech of pain as he immediately just lets out this cry and crumples to the floor.
Dead? Or no?
You can't tell.
It's important because if he is
from that
alive,
first
he'll be
shot-
needing to make a wisdom saving throw.
If
Check something.
he's
You said you
alive,
dealt 33?
Make a wisdom save.
33 points of damage?
Oh shit.
Make a medicine check. Just at first glance.
You said this arrow went in to the hilt right underneath his
To the
collarbone?
feathers. Oh yeah.
Yeah, to the feathers.
It,
It's hard on the other side of it.
Julian is trying to use the effect.
I know.
It just doesn't happen. if they're dead.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just want the save, just the check.
I have no idea what my bonus is. Wisdom, right? Okay. Same as my perception. That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You know, as it hits, even as you're trying to the effect, you saw like that look of arrogance and like just that face of somebody who had complete control of your life, and who was one of the he was basically the god of life and death for you for years. Flare just go from that familiar smug arrogance to shock and terror in the brief second before he crumples to the ground, and you know just off that shot he's dead.
All right. I have 15 feet of movement left.
Mhm.
Julian will be positioning himself between the PJs and the other monster, and glue. Is the where's the big show guy? Oh yeah, I don't have any line of sight on him, I guess.
From where you are, I'd say you just have an eye line on the top of him. I'll say between the half wall and like going like the downwards angle, you can see him. He has 3/4 cover.
3/4 cover. Okay.
So he has a bonus to his AC of +5 right now if you are firing at him. You also know though that he was very, very rough.
This is not the character where I have vials of acid or anything, so be making that final shot at the armored guy.
Taking that last shot, drawing back and firing. I'll say even with a +5, you have a +10 to hit. You have a solid chance of hitting him.
It's 29.
29 will hit, and your minimum damage will finish him.
Nice.
He was barely standing.
And
Just taking that last shot right in a gap in like the side of its carapace into the side of its head as it.
if this were an in-person game, I would be giving you Julian's character sheet, because he is. I just rolled a 17 to see how much stability was remaining at this moment. So he is a 17 out of 100, by the way.
Okay, I was like, well,
Okay.
I don't get that.
Yeah, so he is just kind of like leaning forward, keeping himself in front of Gloob and screaming, roaring, whatever you want to call that noise, at the other PJs.
Okay. Ending Julian's turn. That does
He was
still
gonna
put
try
us
and- I say he was gonna try and diplomatize, and I rolled it, and it was like,
You don't know if that is currently possible in the state they are in. I'll just say
it's
pretty
like
easily.
your boss is dead kind of situation.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, you're talking about because they're juiced. Then.
Correct. You don't know how in control of their cognitive functions like they actually are.
Right. But I was gonna roll for him to try, but.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. I'm just saying, like, easily enough, like, looking at these guys, like I said, eyes wide, pupils, like, hyper dilated, like, heavy breathing even though they're not hurt. All that fun stuff. Okay, that does still bring us to Bart, though. Mr. Fairfurrow.
Oh yeah, I got super cool. I'll move there. Jakob heals for 7 more. Turnover.
7 more hit points. Go Jakob's way. That, I mean, you've gotten a good bit. What you healed him for 10, and then the second one was for like another 8, and then that was 7. So that's
Yep.
getting a pretty decent amount of HP on your way.
That's only halfway through the spell too. Let's keep it going.
Let's go. That
So we
does
got
bring
5
us
more ticks.
to the PJ's turn. They're both right here. You're very close now. They both let their heavy crossbows fall on their slings, wrenching sabers out of their sheaths at their side, and almost instantly, still seeming to function even in their current state, functioning almost completely in sync as a pair, stepping up to you and are going to start attacking you. Okay. So, first one hits. Second one hits. Third one misses. Actually, what's your AC right now?
17,
17.
I think.
Third one barely misses with a 16. Fourth attack. Fourth attack hits. So, first attack. The first attack hits for 13 points of slashing damage and 7 points of poison. So 20 points of damage on the first hit.
There's no save for half on the poison or anything.
Oh, this is
Grasp at the
bad.
straws.
Second attack that hits for 14 slashing and 5 poison. So 19 points of damage. Down. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, the last attack that does connect, he makes it. You are down 2 death saving throws.
Oh boy! Y'all both can't die. Oh man, I only got one of them diamonds. Woo!
Jakob, that is going to bring us to your turn.
All right. I've already measured this out. That is 60 feet. First time in this campaign, I'm going. Never mind. That's an action. All right. That's the end of my turn.
So you get all the way up there. I will say, as you get around this corner, you could just see the bright colors of Gloob's attire, barely, but what you can see clearly is one of these two PJs wrenching its saber out of Julian's still form on the floor.
All right.
Ending Jakob's turn. The crab was dead. For a second I thought I skipped the crab, but the crab was dead. That brings us to the eel. The eel, hearing a bunch of clanging footsteps of a half plate halfling and a full plate human. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to see you and he's going to make 2 tentacle attacks at you, Jakob. For, I believe, a miss on the first one.
Oh man, how messed up is it gonna be for us going to break before we get to this next death saving throw at the top of the initiative?
I will.
Yep.
I need a break before I roll that.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to put in that, like, I'm walking away and taking 5 before I roll that death saving throw.
That's fine. Managing to miss with both of its tentacle attacks. Like one coming near you, and just kind of you're able to, like, you're a heavy armor master, just moving with it as it kind of hits into your shoulder, so it's not able to get around to you. The other one, you kind of slam it to the side into that corner of the wall with your greatsword. Glib, that brings us to your turn. I would like you to make me a death saving throw. Okay. Ending Glib's turn. That is where we are going to go ahead and go on break.
Hey! High spirits, everyone!
Thank you guys for joining me. We're gonna go on break real quick. I think there's some emotional processing that needs to occur. We'll be right back though. Just gonna quick bios. Like I said, emotional processing. There's extra steps to break this week. But we'll be back hopefully here before too long. Don't go anywhere. Bye. Hmm. Hmm. Hello, everybody. We return here with our Goslem champagne. There's a bit high stress at this time, as during the first half of this session, while wrapping up what remained of the one last Proto-Julian and the pufferfish on the ramp and then down outside of the doctor's lab, finishing off the pufferfish, Julian and Gloob moved into the lab. Not immediately seeing any hostiles, but able to hear movement behind a couple of the doors, the double doors that were directly across from them, as well as the single door that was off kind of to their left. They posted up, readying some actions. Difficult to tell whether somebody was getting ready to jump right out at them, or whether there were simply people just awake on the other side. Jakob and Bart wrapping up with their last hostile at the top of the ramp, starting to make their way down. Gloob decided to take a peek through the double doors to see what he could see. Since the sound wasn't quite as loud. Maybe to see if somebody was hiding around there, see what he could see. Unfortunately, cracking open the door, he saw two more of the Proto-Julians right on the other side, and immediately made eye contact with one before hearing a voice on the other side of the doctor but after he had made a comment at them that, oh, we just heard a lot of noise, is everything okay? But hearing the voice of the doctor ordering the two individuals that were on the other side of that door to kill the intruders. He shut it and then climbed up on top. During that next round, some of the larger mutants, one being that big crab guy, getting immediately filled with arrows by Julian almost immediately on its last legs as it came out of that single door. The double doors flying open, showing those two Proto-Julians that were on the other side, as the doctor stepped away, pulling some syringes from them, having juiced them up with some kind of alchemical compound. They did, however, then unleash a volley of crossbow bolts into Gloob, downing him as he fell from the ceiling. Julian made a movement, used his last second level spell slot to Misty Step over to right next to Gloob, kind of trying to decide what to do. However, laying his eyes on the doctor in that room that Gloob had fallen right next to, and falling to his rage and desperation of the situation, fired a crit right into his kind of clavicle collarbone area, felling him instantly. This being who had been a god to him, who had decided life and death within this compound for who knows how long at this point, snuffed out in a cry of pain and terror before Julian himself was set upon, not before finishing off the crab mutant, but before Julian was set upon by the two remaining PJs, laying into him with their sabers. He was able to dodge one of them, but the other two attacks bringing him down, and the final third attack going into his unconscious form, putting him at 2 failed death saving throws. So this is where we're going to bring ourselves back in at the top of the initiative. Bart and Jakob are close to the room now. Jakob right on the edge, having fended off the eel mutant. Not just this last round, brings us back to the top to Julian. I would like you to make a death saving throw for me.
I like almost don't even want to look at it.
You got this, buddy.
Natural 20.
Alright, rolled.
Ending Julian's turn, that is going to bring us to Bart.
All right, with my move and my action, I can move 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to that one at a diagonal. 5, 6, 8. I'm a halfling. I can go through my homies, and then with one more move, get right there. Do I have line of sight on both of them? Would you say?
I will say, as a halfling, and as somebody with an absurd of a perception check bonus as you have, I will say that you do have line of sight on them. If you were making attacks at them, I'd say that Gloob would more or less have 3/4 cover against you, as well as being prone, but I will say you can put eyes on both of them.
And I can see, I can do a medicine check like earlier.
Yep, I will say, like,
Okay.
with as absurd as your perceptiveness is, that you can.
Okay, that is a 13 total.
A 13?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say with a 13, I do need to ask, Julian, have you been marking your death saving throws on D&D Beyond?
No, I have not.
Can you mark them for me real quick?
Yes.
While he's doing that, I will say that you can just see past Julian to Gloob. And you can see that he is not moving at all.
He is completely still?
Yes. You see
Okay.
no movement at all.
Oh, fuck.
And I will say after another moment, you see the same of Julian.
Oh! That's very not good.
With that being said, what would you like to do?
I'll just turn back to Jakob with no color in Bart's face, and you just say they're both gone right now, and heal him for another 4.
Alright. Ending
Just to
Bart's
make
turn.
sure there was no confusion, they are both triple
They
dead.
are both
Oh, they're
dead.
dead. Okay.
They are both dead.
Oof. Okay. That's all I got.
That is going to bring us to the PJ's turn. Hearing you guys approach. Seeing their other 2 targets lie still. They're both going to move up and make their attacks at Bart. I lost a d20. I don't know where it went.
You said
First-
I got four coming
You
in
have
at
4
me?
coming at you. First attack
Alright.
hits.
Okay.
Second attack misses.
Okay.
Third attack hits.
Okay.
Fourth attack misses.
Okay. I got a chance of staying up.
Take 14 points of slashing damage and 5 points of poison on the first attack.
Okay, 14 and 5.
14 and 5. And then 8 points of slashing and 3 points of poison on the second.
Ouch. Okay. You said 8 and 3?
8 and 3.
8 and 3. Oh boy. Okay, let me get some Constitution concentration checks. Okay, yeah, we're super good on that one. And yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Ending their turn, that's going to bring us to Jakob.
With a scream, almost roar, reminiscent of Julian in one of his blood rages, Jacob will charge in and join the fight.
Okay. Make those attacks for me.
A Great Weapon Master attack against the Tentacle Monster.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Uh, 12.
12 does unfortunately miss.
Okay. Another Great Weapon Master attack.
At who?
Tentacle Monster.
Okay. I am gonna just go ahead. I just want to give you this gimme. Like I'd say, it's that you will have come in and you'll have seen that both of these guys, they look strung the fuck out. Like I said, pupils super dilated, veins visibly bulging out across their body, heavy breathing.
Unhealthy level of heavy breathing.
Yes, it does not seem normal. Like it you don't see any visible wounds on them, but they sound like they are under like physical duress.
Then I did already say that I was going to attack the Tentacle Monster.
Okay. What was that
It
attack
is
roll?
up to you.
I will say, since you were rolling it as I was starting to tell you that information, you can redirect it if you so desire.
Then I would like to redirect to the right, PJ.
Okay, the one that's right in front of you or the one that's in front of Bart?
The one that's right in front of me.
This guy? Okay. What was that attack roll?
A 23.
A 23 will hit. Roll damage.
Max damage is going to be 12 plus 16 for 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage. One hit, one big, enormous hit, cleaving across this guy. And just like that, he goes from being up and fighting to reeling, still dilated. He is, I'll say he's well bloodied, just visually. That one hit, he is, you've hit him for at least half of his hit points.
How much did you hit for?
28.
28.
He is hurt quite badly. Like you can, and I'm gonna say like that slash, you see him blood pumping almost like you had hit multiple arteries, even though you know you didn't.
And I will action surge.
Okay.
And summon my lions.
Okay.
Let's see. Trying to figure. Okay, within 60 feet. Let me pull up the lions. Look real quick.
Where are my beasts? I am going to just put these under your control. They are medium, correct?
Large.
They're large. Big boys.
Lions.
Big girls, actually, as I believe you have said they are lionesses, correct?
Yes.
Alright,
And
you have control of
they-
both of them. Put them where you want them.
Okay. Will this one be able to occupy that space, or do you want me to put it there?
Where are you trying to put it?
Here.
I'll say maybe with some uneasy footing, they can be there if you want them to be.
Okay.
I just want to clarify with you. You sure you want to put them so far away? Oh, do they get to act on the turn they're summoned?
I remember we had talked about this in the
I
past.
think we've
It does
said
not
that they
say.
can. I think it doesn't specify, but I think working off of how other summoning spells work, we have allowed them. Okay, so I assume you're putting them there for the pounce.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Go ahead and take their actions.
And with the command of tear them apart, Stitcher is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, that I had attacked.
Okay. Roll that attack.
And that is a claw attack. 16.
16 unfortunately misses. As these guys are, they're already pretty quick, but just seems to even while blood is pouring out of him, just kind of dodges out of the way from the snapping jaws of your first lioness.
Okay. And then Silvira is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. These things are large creatures, and yeah, they easily can climb up on stuff.
Okay. And
They're big.
They she's going to make the same
Attack. Roll it.
same target, same attack.
Do these things have pack tactics? They do.
Yes.
Did you roll with advantage for your first line since it was attacking a target right next to you?
I did not. The second one misses though.
Okay, so it would have missed anyway. Okay, just make sure.
6 and 7. 6 and 7. First one would have missed as well.
Okay, so both attacks missing, unfortunately. But they're now on the field, and you can see that these are two big, hulking, massive, stone-ish beasts. They definitely have gotten these two's attention. Whether they'll hold it, who knows? But they do have it at this time. Alright. That can be it for your turn.
That will be it.
That is going to bring us to the eel's turn. You attacked it but missed, and it now has a lot more targets. So, we'll see who it's going to attack. 1, 2, Jakob. 3, 4, Bart. 5, 6, Lion 1. 7, 8, Lion 2. I'm just going to keep chucking my dice because I'm stressed out. Okay, it is going to attack the lions.
Awesome.
So, first attack coming out at this lion. Hits. Over 20. So, this is the first time one of these guys have hit with an attack, so give me a moment to find there. So, does take 11 points of bludgeoning. Or no, I'm sorry, not 11. These guys are actually a little worse. 11. That's not even close to right. 9 points of bludgeoning damage from that one tentacle, and it is grappled. It's not restrained, but it is grappled. Second tentacle, good gracious, is going to come out at the other lion. Misses. With an 11 on the dice. Or not 11 on the dice, 11 total. That is going to be its turn as it kind of holds on to, you see you have one tentacle wrapped around to this guy right here. I'm going to put a torch on her to make it easier to remember. That's going to bring us back to the top of our initiative. Bart.
Guess that's me. All
Correct.
right. Yeah, it's a tough call. But I am going to forego and waste a round of healing from my Aura of Vitality to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay,
as
so
my
bonus action, Sanctuary. Okay.
Yeah.
I got very
And,
unfocused all of a sudden.
And then with my action, since I just have to do a cantrip, that guy who looks fucked up in front of Jakob, I'll try to toll his dead out of there since I cannot cast another healing spell with my action.
Okay. Does fail.
All right, that's 6 and 11 plus 5 is 21.
21 points of damage.
No. That's 22.
22 points of damage.
Yeah.
Regardless, 22 points of damage. Soft tolling of those bells. Like, or is it the? I can't remember if you had said that he was knocking on a door or not.
It's grandfather clock.
Grandfather clock. That's right.
Yeah.
It chimes the hour. That, like I said, that blood is like, his heart is actively shoving blood out of his body.
Jesus.
And you start to see some of it run black as it collapses.
Hey, okay. All right.
Okay.
That is my turn. I am not going to provoke any opportunity attacks right now.
That's fair.
Fuck that noise. I have 5 fucking hit points. I cannot get slapped.
I gotcha. Alright. Ending Bart's turn. That is going to bring us to the remaining PJ. It now has quite a few enemies. You did just kill its partner, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also in kind of a frenzied state. We're going to give it an intelligence check to see if it is still cognizant enough to recognize that you cast a spell that killed its partner.
Okay. I feel like it's pretty awesome, pretty obvious, but yeah.
Pretty obvious, but like, dude is like full on seeing
Yeah, I
red,
gotcha.
tweaked out of his fucking mind. Like, okay, he does recognize it, so he is still going to try to attack you.
Right.
I do need you to remind me, does Sanctuary, do they lose the attack or does it get redirected if they fail to save?
If they fail to save, it gets redirected.
Okay. So, first attack, Wisdom save. It's unfortunately going to be an 18 on its Wisdom saving
Okay.
throw. So it does
All
pass.
right.
So
Okay.
it does get to make its attack at you.
All right.
It is no longer benefiting from pack tactics, though.
Okay.
And whiffs.
All right.
As it does, slamming the end of its saber down into the concrete next to you, chips flying up from the stone. It is going to make another Wisdom saving throw to be able to make another attack at you.
All right.
That is a 15 on
DC
its second.
16.
Has to redirect its attack. Instead, going to swipe at Jakob, since it is right next to you.
All right.
That is a 27 to hit. Be 13 points of slashing damage, cut down to 10. Four points of poison damage on that one hit. That is going to end the PJ's, singular, the one PJ's turn, and bring us to Jakob.
All right.
Fuck this whole man's world up, boy. Do it. Damn. Damn.
I'm gonna try one Grape Weapon Master attack out of desperation.
Okay, roll it.
That is gonna be shy with a 18.
Juiced as they are, that does miss, unfortunately. As reacting with a hit that you think would have probably hit him before, that you angle that you had hit previously, it moves even faster than they had before and is able to dodge out of the way.
On a regular weapon attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
30, 20.
Dirty 20 just hits their boosted AC.
12 points of slashing.
12 points. Alright. Not hitting quite as hard as you had with that first hit, still hurting it heavily. Giant gash kind of out of its shoulder, cleaving, not quite able to cut through the clavicle as you have with some of your other hits, but still, blood actively being pushed out of its body with more force than would be normally, hurting it quite badly, even so.
Then, Elvira is going to move back 5, 10, 15, and then move, pivot, and then charge back at PJ.
Okay. Make the attack roll.
Claw attack.
It
with
is at advantage.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Silvire coming off of trying to kind of clamber over. Like I said, this thing's had been spurting out blood, so slick with it. Loses her footing, unfortunately, and just snaps ineffectually, like, behind it. Or swats ineffectually behind it. Missing with its attack.
And Citra, I believe,
Is grappled. Her movement speed is currently 0. She can try to break the grapple, though.
she'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and
Doesn't
roll
have
it.
anything to do. 19 plus...
Breaks it.
Oh, now I can roll.
Breaks it.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Okay, that's plus 3. Okay, I thought it was minus 3. Cool. A kitty cat scrambles up onto the table uneasily.
Okay.
That's.
Clambers up, getting in the face of this eel monster. Alright. Is that going to be it for your turn, Jacob?
All I got.
As it brings the eel's turn, things are getting up in its face. It is going to use its bonus action to slippery escape and disengage. Step back here. And it is going to choose a target. Okay. Its first attack at least, going at Bart. It's going to make its wisdom saving throw. Fails. Has to redirect.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, it's coming at Jakob.
That is awesome.
That is a 17 to hit, which I believe just misses your AC, correct?
Aye.
Second attack. We'll see. It kind of compelled. This one is another save, wisdom save. It's still trying to target Bart. Fails that one as well. Jesus Christ. So Zed is going to try to attack. Lioness that had escaped its grasp. I mean 18 to hit. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And is grappled. He's chilling. That brings us back to you, Bart.
All right, I am going to continue. Well, I am going to cast a second level Cure Wounds into my face.
Okay.
Real quick.
Roll it up.
That is 13 more points of healing on me, and 2d6 on Yakin. Another 8 on Yakin.
Okay. Both you guys getting a little bit of your HP back. Ending Bart's turn brings us to the remaining PJ. And that was 3 targets. one of which has actually managed to damage it. So, 1, 2, lion. 4, 5. I can't do math. 1, 2, 1, 2, lion. 3, 4, Jakob. 5, 6, Bart. It's still gonna try to kill Bart. Bart is still the one that killed its partner.
Shit. All right, fair
Wisdom
enough.
saving throw. That's a 19 on the dice for its first
All right.
wisdom save. So it is still gonna try to attack you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come out with you flat and say that these guys currently have a +10 to hit, or he currently
Okay.
has a +10 to hit. He rolled a 5,
Hell yeah.
so
Fuck
still
that guy.
skittering off of your shield. It is gonna try to attack you again. So it's secondary wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Fails this time, pretty spectacularly.
Hell yeah.
Now there's 2 targets right next to it, so Jesus. It is gonna make its attack at the lion. Hits. Very handily. She takes 9 points of slashing damage. And 7 points of poison damage. Ending its turn. That is going to bring us to Jakob.
Gonna make a regular attack against the one on the right. Or, yeah, the one PJ left.
Okay. Make it.
9.
Said 19. 19 unfortunately misses. Still just too fast. Just able to, like, reacting almost as the blade is about to hit its skin and dodge out of the way.
Alright. Another attack. 28.
28 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hell yeah.
11.
Another 11 points of damage. Heavily injured. Definitely bloodied.
Quick question, DM. Do
Correct.
I appear to be in the threatened range of this noodly boy?
It did try to make an attack at you from this range, so you
Okay.
imagine so.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
Citra's going to attempt to break.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
17.
17. Once again, is able to wrench itself out of the tentacles of this creature.
There.
Okay, getting right next to it.
And then Devourer will attempt to make an attack against PJ. Let me see. I believe the bite does potentially more damage. Yes, I will be making the bite attack.
Okay, roll it with advantage.
This is 14.
14. Fortunately, trying to get it in there, it does turn and just slam its saber into the jaws of Citra, not able to clamp down on it before shoving it off to the side with more strength than it looks like their relatively slender frames would have been able to manage previously. So that can be it for your turn.
That'll be it.
Once again, Tentacle Boy, bonus action, disengage. 5, 10. He's in the square, and then he's actually going to back up one more for 15. And let me see something. Oh, gosh darn it. Will you be all the way in your square, please? It's technically just outside of their range, maybe. Oh, no. What is it clamping onto? Oh no, still in range. Still in range. Just out of range. Just out of range. So, Bart or Lion. Lion. That's gonna be a 12 to hit.
I believe that is their AC.
Takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage and is grappled. It's already got one grappled. It is going to try to overcome the wisdom save to make an attack at Bart.
Alright.
That's a 3 on the dice. It fails.
Hell yeah.
Redirects its other tentacle attack to the lion. Hits,
It grabs us.
basically. For another 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the other one just slams into her face and statue on the ground. Ending its turn. Brings us back to Bart.
Alright. Gonna continue with the last bonus actions on Jakob, the healing for 6 more points of damage. I am going to... Oh, this thing just tried to attack me. Fuck. Yeah, Yeah, I don't want... gambling pretty hard by taking extra attacks, so I'm still gonna move right here since I'm sure that it's gonna still be in its threatened area.
Yeah, that square is still in its threatened range.
Yep. And yeah, I can't do anything that's gonna be an attack roll or I'll lose a buff, and I need it pretty bad.
Okay.
So with that, I am just going to go ahead and I'll emboldening bind myself, Yakko, and the lion.
Okay. Are you using
my
your bonus
action.
action to heal anybody?
Already used my bonus
You already did it?
action to
Okay.
heal Yakko for 6.
Okay.
I get 6 more.
Okay. You embolden bond yourself, Jakob, and the remaining lion.
Yep.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
That is it.
It's in the same situation as it was before.
Yep.
Does seem to kind of redirect some of its enmity to Jakob. Seems to at least like he's now the one making attacks. Enough of its tactical thinking is kicking back in that it's like this guy needs to die. It's gonna make both of his attacks at Jakob. It's a 26 on the first attack. And a 25 on the second.
Fuck.
13 points of slashing damage reduced down to 10. Two points of poison damage. Second attack that hit. Another 13 reduced to 10. Four points of poison damage. Still up?
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Ah!
Ending his turn, that will bring us to you, Jakob. Taking these
I was
two
just
big
kinda
hits. Able to redirect a little bit of the damage.
You got a D4 now.
You do have your D4.
How's this guy looking?
Rough. Like I said, you cut the shit out of them. Blood pumping out. You're... Oh, okay, you're moving around him. Okay. Stepping around. What you doing?
Well, he's looking rough, but he's about to look a lot rougher. I'm gonna Great Weapon Master attack him with my birthday 20.
Oh shit, fuck this guy. Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
$31 points of damage.
As the last significant threat standing, describe its fate.
Jakob, just in the state of seeing red just swing for the middle of the PJ and try to cleave it in half.
With your birthday 20, just rearing back, this thing seeming to like definitely lagging a little bit from the blood loss, slipping a smidge on the blood that has been pouring out of not only its partner but also it, even with its speed, working against a little here as it falls almost into the Tide Splitter blade, cleaving just above its hip, hitting vertebrae, pushing through, coming out the other side, perfectly in half. That's one attack.
Oh, you have your bonus action, great weapon master attack. Hell yeah!
He does.
And I will be
Turn this
making
motherfucker into calamari.
one great webmaster attack against
Okay.
the tentacle book.
All right, roll it.
That's going to be a miss with a 10.
10 does unfortunately miss, seeming to
Did you use your
slide
D4?
across it.
Oh shit!
Second attack, or bonus action attack from Great Weapon Master.
Great webmaster attack. 12.
12. Unfortunately, it does miss. Even their AOCs aren't as high as the others, but that still misses, unfortunately.
And then Silvira will be hacking, enraged by her sister's disappearance. 5, 10. Not that dice, because those are the ones that keep rolling low.
Is it going to roll or move to the south a little bit so it can get a 20-foot movement on it?
You got 20.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
21.
21 hits, roll damage.
Nice.
And it needs
And
a
it
strength
needs-
saving throw, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, DC 13.
15 on the dice, it does beat it. It is able to stay standing.
8 points of slashing.
How much?
8.
8 points. 8 points of damage. Hurting it a good bit, but not nearly as hard as you have been hitting all of the things.
Does Jakob see anybody in this room?
I'll say with your passive perception, you can hear that there's somebody not far, like kind of around the corner to the left. You hear panicked breathing of a humanoid.
And Jakob will just say, see to that bar, do what you can.
That will bring us to the eel's turn. The eel doesn't have a super ton of places to go.
Just goes up the wall.
Yeah, it can. It does have a climbing speed. Let's see. It's first gonna try to attack. Probably it's gonna try to attack Jakob because Jakob is the one that is big and scary and just cleaved a humanoid in half, right in front of it.
As you do.
That is gonna hit with a 25.
Oh fuck.
It's 10 points of bludgeoning damage reduced down to 7, and you are grappled. It's gonna make its other attack. That's Elvira, or Citra, is the one that's still up. For a 16 to hit.
Hits.
That is also 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Also grappled. As it seems to lash out in a bit of a panic, grabbing onto the two threats right next to it. Is Citra still up? I don't think she's really taken any damage. Oh, she poofs? Okay.
Darn.
Trying to grapple onto Citra. Statuette falling to the ground, clattering. Bart.
Ah! Fuck. We're still in initiative?
Yep. Just in case.
Just in case. Does it seem like there are threats looming in the door that Jakob is
I will say
moving
you hear.
towards-
I will say with your absurd perception, you also hear like what sounds like panicked breath on the other side. It doesn't sound like a combatant. Like it sounds like somebody who's afraid. It doesn't sound like somebody who's gearing up to come charging out and fuck your bitch.
Okay. Yeah. Shit. I'll come on over here to my dead homies. I'll pop open a diamond, the 300 gold piece diamond we get, and with a 4th level spell, I will cast Revivify. Kinda hesitating for a little bit. Gloob's a young fella, he's got plenty of life left to live, and Julian also has a family to support and a kid to take care of. That's a tough and rough choice. But Bart,
I just want to go ahead and ask you.
what's up?
This is you're familiar with the rules we use for resurrection on Hard Night Dice. So, casting it right here, right now, you will get your roll to ascend to lower the DC.
Right.
But Bart's a cleric. He would know full well more people would help. Do you want to wait for Jakob, or are you just going to do it now?
Okay, well, given that situation, I would probably tell Jakob I need your help. Get on back over here. And I guess with my
You know you've got a minute.
I have a bonus action. The very last bonus action I'm using on Jakob, that is 6 healing for the very last of healing.
6 more hit points.
Yeah. I'll use my action to. Can I see inside this doorway that's to the east? Does it look like a smaller room?
To the east, you
Where
said?
the doctor was at.
You can see. You can see that it is not massive. Just from looking through the door, it looks like it's a little sitting room.
It looks like it seems like a. Does it seem like it's probably a more safe room? Can I see like other exits and entrances?
You don't
or anything
see
like
from
that?
where you're at. You don't see another exit or entrance.
Okay. This is a dangerous spot, and they're right in front of a door, so I'll just move over there and try to drag Gloob, like, into the doorway, so that I guess just off the map a little bit, so that we'll be in a safe to maybe get the ritual going.
Did that happen to everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
We're still good on stream, it looks like.
And I know that
I hope
Jakob will be able to grab Julian to just fucking barricade the doors and get this going.
Okay. Alright. So, dragon a little bit. Alright.
Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. And in your turn, that will bring us to Jakob. Sorry, our camera's got a little wonkified by that.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna worry about making it perfect. So Jakob, that does bring us back to your turn as the PJs are all dead. What you doing?
How does the tentacle monster look?
I mean, it has been hit once. It got hit by Citra one time before she got poofed. The damage she did to it definitely hurt it, but it doesn't look bloodied.
Alright, I'm going to try to break.
You are very quiet, by the way. I don't know if that's just for me or not.
No, it's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, I can barely hear him.
How's that?
Sounds a little better. Still sound a little quiet though.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like whatever happened fucked with the mics then.
The more you talk, the better it gets. So I don't know what the fuck is up with that.
I will be attempting to break the grapple.
I'll just say that is going to cost your action. All you can do this turn. And to clarify, you are grappled. You are not restrained.
Yeah, you can still
So
attack.
if you attack, it won't be at disadvantage. It's just
Okay.
it's got a hold of you, so you can't move away, but it is not impeding your movement like the crabs did.
Okay.
Like impeding
Great
like your
Master attack.
Okay, roll it.
Don't forget your D4.
Yeah, I already used it. 11.
An 11, fortunately, does miss. One more time.
Another Great Weapon Master attack.
Okay.
19.
19 barely hits. Roll it.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. Yeah, it's bloodied now. Easily. That does the trick. Does that be it for your turn?
That's all I got. Oh, bonus action. Pop my last health potion.
Down it. Roll up and go ahead and add that.
Is it 1d4 or 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. A quick pseudo metagame from the grave. The 2 potions on Julian's bandolier are still there. Those become necessary.
Mike?
Alright, for 7 points of healing.
7 more hit points. In time to see that this thing decides it's not going to bother trying to make another attack at you. It doesn't have anybody else to try to grab a hold of. Electricity ripples along its tentacles. Takes 7 points of lightning damage. Automatically. Take that health potion. Immediately. Gone.
I got resistance to lightning.
And you have resistance lightning damage, meaning that gets halved down to 3.
Clutch!
Hell yeah.
Good stuff all around. Rolled low on its lightning damage. Got lightning resistance. Good stuff. Ending its turn, that brings us back to Bart. You did anything else, Bart?
If fucking Jakob is playing with his tentacle monsters, I went around here and told this fucking thing, saying, Jakob, we need that. I need you, right?
It does fail. This guy only has a very small bonus. So it does fail.
I only have one D12 in this. I think it's very weighted to 11 somehow. So that's 20 total, 14, or a 4 and an 11.
So
and
15,
plus 5.
bring it up to 20.
Bring it up to 20.
It's Mortal Kombat wobbling off of that.
In lieu of that description, I'll say, Jakob, finish him. We gotta.
Okay. Jakob, you see this thing is now badly injured. It is your turn.
Regular attack, because I can't roll for shit.
That's fair. Roll it.
17.
Hits.
No 16.
16 hits as well.
Cool.
These guys aren't like armored like the others were.
16, funnily enough.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't quite do it.
Motherfucker!
It's in bad.
Next
It's in a bad
attack.
way.
16.
16 hits. Your minimum damage will kill it. It had 4 hit points left.
Okay.
Just
And
slice.
with-
Slice.
My 30 points of movement.
Okay. And go ahead and say, we're now out of initiative. As you guys go about your business. So the board is live, I suppose. I'm going to try to change some music real quick. I can't remember which things are which because I haven't used Tailspire music in so long. That'll work.
I don't know if they have choose between your 2 dead best friends music.
Haunted Ruin seems to fit that. I don't know if y'all can hear that yet.
Yeah. Quick perception check to see if there is compartment O magical.
Roll a perception check for me.
That's a 1 and a 5. Halfling, please help. That is a natural 20.
You're either about to be, you're about to either see something great or you'll be very sure we're fucked.
You perfectly see the quality mortaring in the bricks of these walls.
It's all diamonds.
It's all diamonds.
That's not where I was going with that, but I'm not gonna, you know.
That's exactly where we're going with that. Shut the fuck up, Cody.
You glance around
That's
the
what-
room.
Yeah.
Like this emergency, you need something right now. You look around. I need somebody to make a noise real quick. I'm getting hella.
I don't.
I'm getting a
think
bunch
it's,
of white
down.
noise from Jones. I think. I don't know why. Still going.
Mute your Skype mic.
Yeah.
that
I don't
works.
know. I don't know
Fix
what
it.
the fuck's going on. That's weird.
That's weird.
Look around,
Skype's
spotting
having issues.
every single detail in here. So alchemical components. You see bits of sea creatures in jars of fluid. You see all kinds of medical stuff. Unfortunately, you don't see anything that seems to be obviously marked as like magical components of any kind.
All right. Shit. Well, I tried to find a second diamond. Damn it. All right. I'll slip back down to my two dead homies. All right. We gotta do this. I can only get one of them though.
Somebody make a noise.
What? What do you think, Jakub?
With a haunted look, much like
God fucking damn you, Skype.
everybody. Can you still hear me?
You're very quiet. Keep talking for a second.
Boop, 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 boop. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sky. Haunted look much like he had when he first started adventuring with the three of you. He just looks down at the ground. Julian. Julian.
All right. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's got a kid. He's got to raise him, and I mean,
Just do it.
yeah.
Start performing the ritual. Short and sweet, but with enough time, you know, for multiple people to make their pleas to assist. Who would like to go first?
Jakub will. I started this adventure with a promise to you, Julian. That was to get you the doctor. It doesn't end here. You need to see Taro. You need to see your wife. Get the fuck back here. This isn't an option. Please.
What skill would you like to roll?
Only option is perception, or not perception, is persuasion.
Okay. Roll it.
Sounded more like intimidation. Bitch, you ain't got a choice. Come raise this kid right now.
16.
16? Okay. You say your piece. Bart.
Yeah, I'd like to reach out to Julian from the beyond and beseech him with, son, you gotta come back. You got a wife. You gotta get her your own. You gotta raise them right and make sure they got a place in this world to do better than we did. I know you got a lot of troubles, but I've seen past all the gruffness you got. You're a good soul in there. Little rough around the edges, but we'll get you polished up. Just come back to us. And as a cleric of wanting to see the best in people, I don't really know how would that be insight?
I'd allow it.
Okay. That is a 24.
Okay. So as this time, as you're getting ready to finalize the ritual, you hear several slow footsteps. That stop right behind you guys. Glance over your shoulders. See a ragged, hair unkempt, facial hair grown out, bandages wrapped around the entirety of the upper part of one forearm, some peeking out from under a tattered shirt of Abari Arosi. As he looks down, takes in everything that's going on, steps to the other side of Julian, falling to his knees. Looks over at you real quick. You're trying to bring him back. Gets an arm up under Julian. Pulls him into like a bit of a hug. Starts rocking. And starts muttering. Down, head up against Julian's ear for a few moments before he starts to slowly sing a lullaby. Oh, this is hard. You finish the spell. With 3 successful pleas. That brings the initial DC for Julian's resurrection down from a 10. Oh shit, I'm trying to remember if it brings it down by 2 or 3. I believe it brings it down by 2, but for each success. If you happen to know off the top of your head, Jones, now would be the time.
It depends.
It depends.
Are you running? It depends on what rules you're running. If you're running rules I have written for my campaign,
That's what, yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I thought I remembered.
The campaign that is based off of.
Right. I remembered us talking about that, and I couldn't remember if theirs had been as insane as 4, and we had brought it down to 3. So with 3 successful pleas, that brings the DC for Julian's resurrection down from a 10 to a 6. So on a 6 or higher, Julian will come back. I'm gonna take a picture real quick.
I swear to God, you've been rolling so damn good against us tonight. If that ain't another high roll, I'm gonna shit my pants.
As you finish, a few moments pass. breath enters the lungs of Julian Arosi once more, as you come back to life with 1 hit point and 5 levels of exhaustion. And I know it's really early,
Yeah.
but I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call tonight's session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Thank you guys for joining me. As much as some of you may regret it at this time. Holy hell. Yeah, I am very lost for words right now. It is a lot. But thank anybody else as well as anybody who has come to watch. Appreciate you as well. I hope you enjoyed yourself. D&D is a roller coaster. At the best of times and at the worst of times is a downward spiral. But I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
And we are, so we're Hard Knock Dice. We do this. We play this game. We play this one specifically on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week, except for the week after next. So be here next week for our first game of October as we continue. What's the craziness that's going on here? And on Saturdays, God fucking damn you, Skype to hell.
Goodness.
I hate you so much. On Saturdays, we have a game that is DM'd by our boy Gloob over there in the purple background. That is at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, where we are in a fucky situation there as well, though not quite as fucky as this one, I imagine. Or maybe worse. I don't know. It could be so much worse. I'm not sure. So come see that. We are still raising money for the International Medical Corps. So click that link that I'm hoping is popping up there as I have to vlog back into Twitch for the bajillionth time. So we can get a raid going. Donate. They're doing things for people over in Ukraine, so go ahead and donate what you can. It's a good cause. And we are going to raid the folks over there at TTRPG Academy. They do TTRPG things, so we want to support that and show them love. So pop over there and say hi. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh no, son of a bitch. I'm fucking emotionally distraught. I'm going to sit here and chatter just for a few moments more while I wait for that thing. So now we're going to raid. Now we're going to say goodbye. Bye again.
Goodbye.